Concha! Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Let's play some video games. I think I'm gonna share something that because I read a lot of forums, like threads and forums and stuff like that. So, and I like reading Final Fantasy 14 forums. Even when I didn't have the game, I'd check here because they would it'd be fairly interesting. Right now, I'm reading a forum, a thread that's talking about RMT for new players. And you remember if I was sort of blacklisting RMT tales that I got. But I think in the video, if you watch the video, I probably only received like 4 RMT tales. So I mean, I don't know. Luckily, it hasn't been as bad for me as I can see in some of these screenshots. It is really bad. Man, RMTs have always been a problem for Square Enix. And it's funny to hear that other games don't really, a lot of games, I'm just gonna say other games, don't really deal with the RMT as bad. I think it's probably, now, well, a lot of them are, let's say Chinese, the RMT. So, I'm not sure if that has anything to, no, I would doubt that. I think RMTs pretty much hit all games equally. I don't know. It could be. But that's an interesting study. There's a few videos in RMT out there, and we know that they're, you know, a lot of times children doing it for money, and they treat it like a job. So that's interesting. But the men that hire them, the older men that hire them and pay them money, you never know, because there's always been what's a good word? There's always been friction between you know, China and Japan, and Square Enix is a very popular company in Japan. So anything to, especially since they have like the border sort of quiet border war right now, or lingering war over the island. I forgot the name of the island, but yeah, I don't know. That's really interesting. Do American MMOs usually have that much RMT activity? It doesn't seem like it. Like, then again, I've never really played American MMOs. I've only played MMOs. I've really only played were Final Fantasy and 11 and 14. And I mean, I've tried WoW, but you know, I couldn't get through it. I'm not sure if RMT are in WoW as well, but yeah, I don't remember being spammed at all by RMT in World of Warcraft. But yeah, what is wrong with this guy? Let's go ahead and talk to Lucienne. Oh, there we go. Oh, actually, you know what I could have done? So that's how I know whether to what item to choose. I could have just read the quest description. I'll do that when I'm talking to her, so I'll know what to select if I already have a piece set. So remember, like, I've played this game before, but there are a lot of new things, and I've only been to like level 30, so there's a lot for me to learn still. And also, if you've made it this far, I don't really read guides online. I don't look for guides or things like that. I sort of learn within the game. I have a few rules that I follow, you know, preparation, which means try to get the best gear before I go do something that involves other players. And in this game, you really can't learn how to play with other players because you play a lot by yourself. So like which is kind of crazy. So for a lot of times people get angry that new players. There was a thread I read the other day where someone, I think it was on Steam though, where someone was complaining that people should learn how to fight the boss fights, such as Ifrit and the rock guy, I forgot his name, before they do it. But you know, this game is not really a cooperative game. Like in Final Fantasy 11, you play so many hours with other players in a party atmosphere that you learn your job. You learn how to work with other people some people did, but you know, it was common to know if you're a red mage that you had to work your cycle, you had to debuff, dispel. Even some of the worst red mages understood that they had to dispel. They probably didn't understand how to cycle, or they probably meleeed instead of just cured, and did a lot of, you know, the small tasks. But in this game, like, you don't see anyone until the first dungeon. So I mean, the dungeons may be a place, but they're so, like, you're gonna see on here, I'm probably gonna end up doing dungeons with people from other servers. After the dungeon is over, we disappear, it's gone. So I mean, and because there's no reason for, anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the dungeons, they may not really offer a lot of learning experiences for players, especially since this game seems to be full of antisocial people who don't want to speak with others, who are, a lot of times I read in forums that the main reason people don't like speaking with others or talking to others is that they're shy and they don't want to go out, they don't want to be the one to speak up and say, hi, you want to party, you want to try this, you want to do that. They would rather not be that person. So then you have a lot of people that don't play alone. You see that in a lot of English games. I remember talking with the group in Terra, we were talking about that. So but yeah, I played Terra, but like 2 days. But yeah, anyway, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, so, but I mean, for Archer, it's not really that difficult to keep up your venom, just to keep up the DPS and to make sure you're just not needing a lot of cures. So sometimes you gotta watch your damage. I don't know how to play Bard yet, and it's probably gonna be a lot different from the Bard that I'm used to playing, running around buffing people in different areas, curing. So I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have to level I don't know the name, is it White Mage? I'm gonna just call it White Mage in order to get cure. So I'm not sure about that yet. And that's a common thing. Like, you would see people in 11 level warrior in White Mage because they don't know what jobs. And it's probably the same in this, because you can use spells from different jobs on your job. So I'm not sure. Should I have cure as a bard? Now, people may say things in the comments whenever this video, you know, gets more viewers. Yeah, you know, you should do this, you should do that. But and if I happen to read this, I may take those things into consideration, but I'm not sure. I'm going to look at it right now. I know I just got a long way to go to grind as Archer, to get through a lot of story and to unlock the ability to advance to Bard. So just was talking about that. Not really gonna worry about that too much anymore until it happens. I'll just go by step. But so yeah, that's what I'm reading right now in the RMT forums, and I'll probably read that during loading screen. So I have that to talk about. That's what I think I'll do. That'll be interesting. So it may be your form on Final Fantasy XIV being talked about. Let's play video games. So yeah, let's finish this. It pleases me to see how you have grown as an archer. Plainly, you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Leia Alipo, one of your seniors at the guild. I have given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. The fight with her is pretty fun. It's like a mini epic. And my teeth are, I don't know what's going on, having like a toothache or something. I have been expecting you, Mai. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the bowcaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Oh yeah. Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you would need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you realize by now, but there is no guarantee of safety within the 12's Wood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your query this time. You have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation. Only if you can't outrun your pursuers. I wonder if, see, reading these things, like, is this information? I guess not. I mean, it's just like within the world chat. The targets are hidden in the central shroud. As before, use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go well, Mai. Like, do people? I don't know. If you should have already been outside by this point, because you can't get this quest until you're a certain level. I just wonder if people take that advice and treat it as if like, you know, useful information. Beware of the big fucking scorpion, what is it, detrimite, or what? There it goes, just Dynamite. Beware of the big Dynamite fucking scorpion looming over you as you look for targets, because it's coming towards you and it's gonna, you know, I mean, that's just, to me, common sense. But I guess within the world, within the context of the world, you would have these people sort of tell you that. I think it would be cool if a game could, you know, you wouldn't really was that screen tear there? Yeah. I think it would be cool if, like, say I was gonna do this mission, but it was like really my first or second time going out, and the first time that I did go out, I didn't go far from the gate, but now I'm going deeper into the forest, and I have to really watch out for these things. And I know that's really apparent in the later one, the later butt quests. I think there are 2 more butt quests. I'm not sure. I know there's one in the South Shroud, and there are monsters that aggro you there all over. And then I think there's one in I forgot the name of that zone that connects to the South Shroud, but yeah, there's one in that zone as well, I think. And you definitely have to watch your surroundings there. But that's interesting though. But like in the dungeon, do you have to watch your surroundings? I don't know. I think you usually just have to make sure you stay with the party and keep a good distance. I haven't done a lot of dungeons. I've done the, you know, the basic dungeons. So maybe the higher level dungeons, or the highest level dungeon I think I've done is the one with the it's almost like a haunted house or something. Oh my gosh, run right into the fucking tree. Auto run makes you look stupid. But yeah, I've done that one. Pretty fun dungeon and boss fight. I remember when they just opened that dungeon, so that was interesting. So let's see where we're going. I think I can auto run, and I can't auto run and control the camera though. I can control the character but not the camera. Alright, so let's see. So I guess we're doing butts, and they're all over there. Guess we're doing butts. And I have a few more quests. Spirit hole broken. So yeah, I think this leads me to the pier, to the docks over there, and there's some pretty easy quests over there for that. And I don't know where the hell I'm going. East Shroud. Oh yeah, East Shroud, not South Shroud. Oh, South Shroud is the area that I'm talking about. East Shroud, I think then it's South Shroud. Oh, I should probably change that in my tags. I should probably add East Shroud as well. So it's north, central, and then east, and then south. So it looks like we should be going over there. Let's go finish these quests, because there are a lot of oh, I guess I'm going the wrong way. Because there are a lot of simple quests over here. I'm banking on there being a water sprite quest, so I'm not really gonna fight those right now. If there aren't any water sprite quests, and then I guess I won't. I just have to kill them later. It should pop up before I head to South Shroud, so I'm not gonna worry about water sprites, even though I see the Hunter's Log. And I'm a level 11, so I should be able to take on in this area that I'm going to. So these scorpions, good times. I've had like a scorpion chase me in front of the little the first dungeon that you go to. It's like one of the first times that I had to actually one of my first deaths by I think Dynamite, because I had to I was trying to zone it and it was chasing me. They and those over there chase you pretty far if I'm not mistaken.